What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be installing a brand new mod onto the BMW M140i, which, as you probably guessed by now, is going to be a brand new exhaust system. So as you can see, the system we're going to be installing is a full catback system from Xforce, which includes the Valved Varex back box. But before we get into the video, I just want to say a big thank you to Xforce for sponsoring this video. You can find the link to their website and all their socials in the description below. So be sure to head over there and purchase the system if you're interested. Alright, so you get two boxes. You get this box here, which has the two mid pipes. And then you've also got this bigger box, which I assume houses the back box. So, well padded. We've got a box here. And there's a smaller box here. So this will probably be accessories. So there's probably clamps and stuff. We've got the box, that's probably the valves, and then we've got some stuff here. So let me take all of it out and give you a little tour. Alright, so I've just unboxed everything from the two boxes, and this is essentially the whole system. So what it is you got your tips here. I think these are 4-inch tips. Super nice. This will make a difference from like the typical M Performance ones that everyone seems to have on any BMW. So yeah, like I mentioned, these tips are super nice. To give you guys some idea for size, like I've got pretty big hands. That's my hand next to it. It's literally same size as my fist. Alright, so moving on from the tips, the next thing we have is the back box here. As you can see, it looks really nice. It's got the Varex logo kind of embossed into it over there. We've got the Xforce plaque over there, and then that's obviously the outlet. You've got another plaque here with like the model number and the Xforce logo, and there's just one more there. On the other side of this, you have the valves. So I will lift this up, try and show you there. That's the valve connector. So the valve in there is controlled by these fobs here. You get two in a pack. And this is the standard system. So this is just literally an open and close kind of thing. But you can get an upgraded version of this, which lets you connect to your phone. And like you can open it, I think, in 5% increments or 10% increments, like the valve at different positions. Also gives you a geographical ability to close the valve. So for example, say you can set like a radius around your house, and as soon as you come like onto your street, it will close the valve to not piss your neighbors off. So that's also something you can do. But yeah, so there's that. The next thing is the pipe here. So you've got a big pipe here that connects onto the back box, and then it splits off into two 2.5-inch diameter pipes, and then it comes onto this piece, and this one again has the Xforce plaque right there in the middle, and that then gets connected into this pipe, and then that side goes straight into the downpipe on your system. So that's pretty much everything you get in the box. You also get a couple goodies here. So this has the wiring. So this side connects onto the valve on the underside of this. This connects into the module there. And then this connects into the power. So on the M140i, there's a cigarette lighter in the boot. So when we get this fitted, we're going to try and wire this up to that. You also then get a couple clamps with it to connect up the various pipes. And again, some more clamps and fittings, and then some screws again in there for the different pipes. And that is pretty much it. So in order to get the system fitted, I took it down to my local BMW specialist down in Essex called G&G Autos. So Tommy had the pleasure of putting the system on for us, and it was a pretty straightforward procedure. The system comes with all the instructions, all the clamps and fittings needed to put it to your car. It is made to fit against your stock system. So if you've got the stock downpipe, it should just be a straight bolt-on installation. If you do have an aftermarket downpipe, it should 9 out of 10 times fit. I did, and it fitted perfectly fine. So shouldn't be an issue. So I think the obvious difference straight away when you compare the Xforce against the BMW exhaust is that the BMW exhaust uses a single 3-inch diameter pipe for the exhaust all the way through, and obviously if it's stock you're going to have the 2 resonators in the middle as well, whereas the Xforce has a dual 2.5-inch pipe in the midsection, which is kind of similar to what Remus do in the UK, but yeah, then that joins back up to a 3-inch pipe connecting to the downpipe. So I guess the other main feature of this exhaust is the back box, which is the Varex valved back box. And here you can see it compared against the one that comes factory with BMW. And straight away you can notice that it is a lot smaller and it was also a lot more lightweight as well, which obviously gives it that unique sound. The other thing, which was a really small thing, but it was like one of those attention to detail kind of things, that with the Varex back box, the exhaust valve is centrally located. It's in the middle. So whether it's open or closed, the exhaust gases are going to flow out both tailpipes on either side. Whereas with the factory BMW back box, the valve is actually on the left-hand tip. So when it's closed, the gases only come out the right-hand side of the exhaust. And it just means that it just looks a little bit odd from the back. Again, it's a very minor thing, but yeah, attention to detail was pretty impressive on this system. So the final piece of the puzzle was to install the tips. Now I chose to keep them out ever so slightly just so the Xforce logo on the top can be seen. But yeah, some people like them pushed all the way in. Some people prefer them to stick out a little bit more. But yeah, just personal preference, I guess. Seeing these tips on the card, it does look really nice because majority of the M140s here in the UK all have the M Performance tips, the carbon fibre ones. So pretty cool to see something different as well. So once you've got the exhaust system all bolted up onto the car, what you want to do next is install the valve system. So luckily on the M140 there's actually a cigarette lighter in the boot on the right hand side, which obviously makes it a lot easier to wire up. Otherwise, if you don't want to put it there, you can run the wire to the front passenger glove box in the front, and there's also a cigarette lighter there, but honestly it's just extra hassle for no reason. So yeah, to do this, if you just lift up the boot carpet, you can see on the right hand side there's a little bit of a circle gap with a grommet there. We literally just sliced that open and fed the wire through that, and that comes out straight underneath the bottom of the car. And then from there, just tucked it under the heat shield and wired it into the back box. And then obviously in the boot, you want to just hide all the cables behind all the carpets, and just plug it into the cigarette lighter, and that is literally it. Then if you go ahead and grab the fobs, you can just open and close the valves from there. One thing to note that's pretty cool is that these valves open up in 20% increments. So on the remote, if you press the close button, with a single click, it will open or close it by 20%. And if you hold it down, then it will obviously close it or open it 100%. And what this does is it lets you tweak the volume of the exhaust. Close. That's closed. If you put it in sports, we'll add the burbles. Sounds good. So that's pretty much it for the installation video on this exhaust system. If you do want to see more sound clips of the XFORCE exhaust, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be releasing a second video where I'm just going to be doing a review and playing more sound clips of the exhaust. So yeah, be sure to check that out. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll leave all the links to XFORCE and their exhaust system in the description below as well. But yeah, other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.